Welcome to Italy, the land of pasta, passion, and people who will stare you down if you order a cappuccino past 11 a.m. If you're planning a trip to Italy, I want to save you from the common mistakes I see tourists make over and over. These aren't just tips, but rules everyone should know. And stick around because I'll tell you about that one guy waving around US dollars in Rome and how you can avoid being the next sucker. Let's go. Don't touch the fruit. In markets and grocery stores, Italians don't manhandle the peaches. But if you're there and you're squeezing the fruit and the vegetables like you're testing stress balls, well, expect the death stare from the vendor. So politely just point to what you want and say, "Posso avere due mele? May I have 2 apples?" This isn't Whole Foods, and you're not auditioning apples for a TV commercial. This rule got me when I first moved here because I like to touch and feel things. Yeah, well, don't do it unless you're at the big supermarkets. There it's okay. Dress for the setting. Yes, you're on vacation. No, this is not Coachella. But if you walk into a church in booty shorts and a football jersey, you're not turning heads, you're disrespecting locals in a space they consider sacred. So, dress modest, smart, casual. In churches, cover your shoulders and knees. Hats, yeah, they're okay, you can wear them around, just kind of casual, neutral colored hats, but take them off inside of churches. Oh, and pro tip, if you're in places like Rome or Napoli, avoid wearing football jerseys. If you show up there wearing a Juventus jersey, expect some awkward stares, or maybe even worse. Balance style with sense. Look, I know you're on vacation, but get that good mix of comfort and common sense. But that doesn't mean dressing like you're out to mow the lawn. So leave that sports gear at home. Don't go crazy with NFL and Major League Baseball gear. Go with something that's simple, clean, and functional. And shoes, yeah, don't go with white clunkers. You want to have something that you can walk around and your feet won't hurt after a long day. Ladies, hats, yes, but not those massive wide brim hats unless you're aiming for a satellite signal. Go for something chic and sensible. Guys, as I said, you can wear a hat, but avoid the major teams and things. Just keep it neutral and basic. That's the way I do it. And don't go for a hat that makes you look like a 1950s gangster. Would you wear that stuff at home? Now, just like packing the right gear, I want you to pack peace of mind. Travel, medical, insurance. A lot can happen when you're out and about. There are potholes, the roads are nasty, motorbikes buzzing everywhere. I was running here along the River Arno in Florence. All of a sudden, I felt some sharp pain in my leg, right down here in my left tibia. I had to go get x-rays and eventually an MRI before they could pinpoint the problem. Yeah, a hairline fracture. I had to take weeks off, no running, no movement, everything. That's why I partnered with Safety Wing for this video. Their Nomad Insurance Essential covers you for those medical emergencies. And medical evacuation, repatriation, even trip delays and lost luggage. And you can add on coverage like adventure sports. Think downhill mountain biking in the Dolomites. Sounds cool, but maybe kind of risky. You might want to be covered for that. Or electronic theft protection. I could use some of that because I got all this camera gear, drones, this and that I travel with. And believe me, I've been in some dodgy areas where I've been worried about my gear being stolen. Safety Wing also has another option, which would be good for my friend Nick, who does full year abroad, living here in Italy, and he could use their complete plan. What that offers is broader medical coverage, things like routine medical visits, and extended travel protection. You should really consider it if you're traveling here to Italy. There's a link down below. No food or drink on the go. Italy isn't built for speed, especially when it comes to food. But tourists, well, they ask for takeaway and espresso on the go, unfortunately, against the locals' desire, exist. So slow down, take your espresso at the bar, sip it like a local in 30 seconds, and don't walk around the historic city centers, especially with messy foods like gelato or panino. The real joy here in Italy, well, it's in the experience, not the efficiency. It's become so bad in some city centers on busy streets, the local commune, the city council has had to ban eating there on the street because it's become such a huge mess. Tourists aren't picking up after themselves, and city workers, well, they're especially not good at that. So they had to do something.
Thank you
Where
so
are you guys
much.
from?
From California. Lena.
Lena and
Ellen.
Ellen, nice
Yeah.
to meet you too.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No doggy bags. Had too much to eat? Don't expect a to-go box. But that doesn't mean Italians want food to go to waste. They just want it to be enjoyed when it's fresh, when it's warm. They don't want you to refrigerate it and nuke it one day later. So pace yourself. Order what you can finish, and if you ask for a to-go bag, expect a raised eyebrow. It's just not done here. Don't do it. The good news, here in Italy, the proportions are not enormous. Ciao, grazie. Whoa, ciao. Splitting the bill isn't a thing. You just finished your dinner with you and 6 others and you want to itemize it or split it up, but in Italy, it's not done. You can't itemize your receipt, the dinner. Say, oh, I had that. No. The waiter might even think it's a crazy math test you're trying to put on them. Don't try it. So what you do instead, one of you pays for it, or at the most what you can do if it's 4 of you and the bill's 100, for example, for easy math, they'll let you split it 25, 25, 25, maybe, but they sure as heck won't let you itemize it. So if you had a salad, but your friend went on for the full T-bone Fiorentina bistecca, well, you're screwed. Don't tip. Okay, remember earlier I had that story about the guy in Rome waving around the US dollar bills? Well, here's what the story is. I was at the airport lounge at the Rome Fiumicino airport. In there, tired between flights, needed a coffee, needed some food. I was standing there, ordered a cappuccino from the nice barista there, and I looked over there and I saw he had a cup, a glass cup, stuffed with US currency, $1 bills, I don't know who uses those, $5 bills, $10 bills. We're in Europe, we don't use the US dollar. This was clearly a plant to bait in the American tourists who are used to tipping. But in Italy, we don't tip. It's not a thing here, it's not built into the whole economy of things, and waiters don't depend on it like in other countries, say the United States, as part of their income. So don't worry about it. It's one of those things, especially if you're coming from the United States, a pressure that's off your mind. Oh, should I leave 20 or 25% after a great meal? Here, you don't have to do anything. If you want, you can drop down €1 or €2 after a nice meal. But if you don't, they won't come running after you unless you're in Rome or one of these tourist places. I've heard stories about waiters doing that, but just ignore them. Now, that being said, if you do, I'm not asking for a tip, but if you do want to support me, a simple like, click the thumbs up down below, means a lot if you're getting a lot of enjoyment out of this video. Also, have you subscribed yet? I see a lot of you aren't yet subscribed. Take a moment and subscribe. You're not just supporting me and the YouTube channel and everything I'm doing here, but you're also making sure you're not gonna miss out on any upcoming videos with all sorts of travel advice like this video. Thank you. Learn a few basic phrases and words. I want to share with you a story. This guy commented on one of my videos. He said, I don't need to speak the language. I'm paying money to be there. I'm contributing to their tourism. They should speak English. But for me, that totally misses the point of travel. So learn a few basic words. A simple buongiorno or grazie can open up doors, both literally and culturally. Well, here's what I recommend. You can go through a few different words, and I'm gonna take you through them. Just remember, knowing 5 words in Italian won't kill you, and it might actually get you an extra scoop of gelato. Buongiorno, that means hello, hello, buongiorno. Or if it's in the afternoon, you say buonasera. Grazie, grazie, that means thank you. Isn't that so simple? And it's so essential too when you're traveling in Italy. Prego, please, or thank you, you're welcome, prego, prego. You can laugh at my pronunciation, it's okay. If you're on the street and you're stuck behind people and you need to pass them, sometimes Italians or other tourists walk slowly and you're in a hurry, you say permesso, permesso. That means please, may I get through. Permesso, permission, literally, so you can get by. Another thing is if you want something, you don't need to know all the words for apple, orange, but if you want to point at a piece of fruit or you see a brioche cornetto you want at the bar, say vorrei, vorrei brioche, vorrei caffè, vorrei cappuccino. You could say vorrei un cappuccino, but just the simple vorrei, I would like, vorrei. That will go a long way. And when you're ready to leave a place and you've had a great time, you say arrivederci, arrivederci. Goodbye, see you later. So simple words like this can mean the world to the Italians and can enrich your experience when you're here in Italy. And do you remember I talked about at a restaurant, itemizing the bill is a no-no? But do you know some sneaky places try to sneak on added plates that you never even ordered during your dinner, or they give you back a 20 when they should have given you back 25, or worse yet, 35 or 45 when you pay for your dinner. So I want you to watch this video next where I break down all the different tourist traps that you can avoid when you're on your next Italian getaway.